Okay, hello and welcome. What I'm playing today is a lovely game called Minimum. Enjoying it quite a lot. Been playing a fair bit of it recently. I'm just going to do a quick first impressions, what I think of the game. I've only put about 9 hours in, and there's a bit of content I still haven't worked my way through yet, so again, just my first impressions. Okay, so this game is a third-person shooter. Controls are pretty basic, basic WASD movement. Click to attack. Okay, but what I've picked here... Come on. Yeah, there we go, first kill. Okay, so what I've picked here is actually a melee build. Focused around these swords here. Hopefully I can get a nice spot to shoot the crafting. Okay, in here I have the various pieces of armor, which you can craft throughout the match. The armors, they're not permanent, they only last from match to match, but it's pretty good because you can use it to sort of adapt to the enemy's strategies and stuff on the fly. Now the piece of armor I've picked up is actually a piece of part of the samurai build. It increases the amount of melee damage I do. So if I can get it here, there we go! Okay, so as you can see, every time I kill an enemy, they drop a little blue block, which is very useful. Because every time I pick one of those up, it increases my weapon damage by one stage. So as you're going through the match, you're upgrading your weapons, you're upgrading your armor. Armor is permanent, so for example, if I were to die, I would keep all of my armor. But if I were to die, I would lose all of my weapon upgrades. I suppose it makes sense because the weapon upgrades are a bit more, well, the weapon upgrades have more of a dramatic effect. Because they do dish out a hell of a lot more damage. Whereas the armor, it's a bit more, it's a bit less noticeable, because for that you're only getting like 5-10% damage increases and things like that. Okay. I don't like to run entire samurai because I like the knight piece, because it also has got a bit of melee damage in there. Okay, as you can see I'm collecting these crystals, that's also crafting material. Why did I do that? I swapped to my gun right in the middle of that. Yep, and as you can see, I have now lost all of my weapon upgrades. Which is just fine and dandy, but that's what I get for being a moron. So, as you can see, that guy right there, he's got a sniper. Let's see if I can get behind him. Okay. So every time you kill an enemy, you get a new upgrade piece as well. So not only do you get a blue cube upgrade for your weapons, you also get tiny little yellow diamond-like objects, which you used for purchasing new armor pieces. Where's everyone? Is someone over there? No, we'll have a look. Yep, there's also deployable turrets which you can drop, because there are various pieces of equipment. My character's only got a... Oh, come on. Got triple turn right there. There we go. Yep, so as you can see, whenever you upgrade the sword by one stage, it gives you another sword, which is always lovely. When you keep on upgrading it, you do more damage, and eventually you get like an AoE attack, which is very nice. Huh, that guy wasn't even hitting me. Like an invisible wall right there? Huh. Anyway, I like these swords because they've got a nice little jump on them, because they've actually incorporated vertical into the level design quite nicely, which I really like. Yeah, because every weapon has like their basic fire and a secondary fire as well. For this weapon has a very nice jump, which is great for getting the drop on people. That guy must have been lagging or something. Okay, and I'll just purchase the last piece of my armor, the samurai piece. I like the samurai piece quite a bit. It decreases like rifle damage and stuff, which is always fun. I love it. Guy's got like an ice sniper. It's quite useful. It decreases an enemy's movement speed, which is pretty annoying. Okay, and now that I've got enough pieces, oh hang on, take out this guy. Yeah, fortunately, I don't know, I usually do pretty well at this game, but I'm not sure if it's because I'm good, because the people I'm fighting against aren't very good either. It's probably the case, I imagine, that if I played against someone who really know how to play this game, I'll just get absolutely wrecked. pretty much all that I practice with is melee. Okay, see if I can find a nice little safe spot to park in, just so that I can show off. Actually, just while I'm doing that, I actually just want to comment on this game's art style. It's very nice. It's blocky, like when I showed it to my brother. Lag spike right there. He said that it reminded him of Minecraft, which I guess is to be expected. How did he kill me? Huh. Odd, okay. It's kind of reminiscent of Minecraft, because obviously because of all the blocky shapes and textures and stuff, which is to be expected, you know. Crap, lost my jump there. See if I can, there we go. Okay, there's actually very little in the way of textures in this game, but it still ends up looking really nice because they have a lot of good effects, you know, with all of the particle effects and stuff, and it's got quite nice lighting. Oh, there we go. Nice victory. So, yep, just good look at my character model from the front there. Armor actually looks really nice. The cool thing is that even though the art style is very simplistic, it still looks really cool, which I'm very happy with. How did I actually do in that game? Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Wow, the top 3 players in our team absolutely wrecked them. Pretty good. Yeah, I do have a shooter loadout. Those are the only 2 I really use. I prefer the melee though. I don't know, I just find it a lot more fun using the jump and stuff to get around the enemy, and using it to, as you can see there, he's using it quite a bit for escapes, because in a lot of these levels they've actually built a lot of vertical design, which I really like. That map though is more suited to, I think it's more suited to melee because it's a bit more close quarters and there's not a lot of open space. This one is definitely more suited for ranged combat because there's a lot more open spaces. However, there's also a lot. They've also got those big platforms which go throughout the level, which is great for using the jump ability from the blades there to get in and around on. The ninja jump isn't the only weapon that has the jump ability though. There's a couple of other blades that do it as well. I know the basic shotgun that you start out with, the speedy shotgun, has that ability as well. Now, as of yet, in the way of melee weapons, they don't have a big variety. They're pretty much all swords. Like, I know there's a sword, like pretty much most of them are dual swords. There's actually a couple of lightsabers, although I think in effect-wise it doesn't really do a great deal. Let's see if I can get another game going. Oh yep, there we go, sweet, we'll just jump straight in. I think I like this level more. My favourite level, hopefully we get it in on the rotation, because at the moment it just fades in and out of like random maps, so... So since there's a lot more open space... Hey, I actually managed to kill someone with that. So since there's a lot more open spaces, obviously you can't... It's a little more difficult to get in and close. That's why I usually pack a melee weapon, well, a ranged weapon, sorry, on top of that. See, it's nice to use those to get around. There we go. Oh, so I thought I was going to die for a second there. Okay, I'll just go for my melee build again. Start with the helmet. There actually are quite a few different pieces of armor. I know there's like, I've got another one which is like the Olympian, which is sort of like a Roman soldier-esque armor set. There's like a couple of soldier ones which look pretty cool, which deal like excess explosive damage and such, which also look pretty awesome. What? Okay, I did not swap weapons, but unfortunately I was not in combat, so they did not affect me a lot. Let's see if I can take that. Oh, that was not a smart idea. That was not a smart idea whatsoever. I'll just run away and see if I can get away from these guys. That's why I love the jump. So good for getting in and out. Okay, I'll just park up here. There's a bunch of the armor I have. Oh crap, this guy right there, this guy right there, this guy right there. Yeah, I'll let him kill him. Really, dude? Really? Okay. Whatever. Probably should have killed me right there, but no matter. No matter. I'm not going to complain. I'm still alive. Still kicking. Okay. I'm not sure if I talked about the pink crystals yet, but I'll just briefly touch on them. It's another crafting material, unlike the other ones which you gain from fallen enemies. That one's pretty good because it allows you to upgrade your armor to the next stage. So for example, I probably shouldn't do this, but I'll just upgrade my... See, now my helmet will allow me to do more damage. Doesn't change the appearance, which would be kind of cool, but that's nice. You can actually have that, the progression of your character throughout the match. You can buy, like, additional pieces. Well, you can't really buy, anything as of yet in the store that'll actually directly affect gameplay. I think maybe for the AK, because there is an AK-47 weapon I can see in there that I cannot craft at the moment. Although I'm not sure if it's just a reskin of a current weapon. We'll just look into that. But most of what's in the store as of yet, like in the cash shop, is are just skins for weapons at the moment. Like in armor. Like for example, the skin for the current weapon that I have right now. I've actually got one of them. It's the pirate skin. However, that one was free. I can't really remember what it was. Like I know because there's a ninja armor that you can get, you can craft, but you can get like a shinobi skin for it. Not really sure what the difference is. Haven't looked into that too much yet. Probably look into it once I finish this match. You know, I actually really like this game. I mean, it's fast-paced. Using the swords feels, especially the swords are my favorite weapon in this game thus far because you can just absolutely wreck people with them. Very visceral. Feels really nice to cut people up with this. It's great using the. Just so satisfying to watch your enemies explode and then getting these little upgrade pieces. Just all feels fantastic. Really liking this game actually. Haven't had it for that long though. I've put a few hours into it. Probably play a bit more of it actually. Now I'm not sure how much this is going for because when I picked it up it was on sale on Steam. It was about $5, I think usually around 10 or 15. So not too bad, not too bad. There we go. And that's why I love melee. I honestly don't think the shooter, like the gun and stuff, are anywhere near as good as melee. Although it could be my personal taste, because even though I'm wrecking with melee right now, I've played several matches against people who know how to use guns properly and they know how to counter melee with them, and I've just gotten absolutely destroyed in those. So it's like, it depends who you're playing against, honestly. Usually you can do pretty well with them. It's fairly easy to use, but for the most part, I mean, it doesn't depend on the people you're playing with. There we go. That was like a die for a second there. Okay, I'm actually doing really well this round. Like, even though you can, like, unlock and get different weapons, the basic weapons are... Oh, hey, we're in the same armor. Does he have knight leggings? Oh no, he's got the samurai leggings. Like, the basic weapons that you start off with, like the Inferno Blade and the Bullet Hell and stuff, they're actually really good weapons to start out with. Hang on, I'll actually jump out of here and we'll have a quick look at the cash shop before we finish up. Yeah, so most of what we have here is just... They're pretty much basic skins, like the Blunderbuss and the Thunderbuss. They're pretty much shotgun skins. I think the AK rifle is just a skin for the it's just a skin for the Bullet Hell, which is like the basic rifle that you get. So I don't think that's actually different, although it looks kind of different. But for pretty much all the skins, they're just skins on basic weapons. So I mean, these won't even change the games. Like for example, the Ninja Jump Beaner, it's just a lightsaber skin for the current weapon that I have. So yeah, pretty much everything that's in here, they're not actual gameplay changes, they're all just basic skins. I've considered getting the armor though. There's actually some genuinely cool looking armor in here. Like the dwarf armor, I think looks kind of cool. Legionnaire, no, because Legionnaire, it's pretty much a reskin of the Olympian, but I honestly think that the Olympian armor actually looks cooler. Shinobi is pretty cool because it's got like that Splinter Cell-esque headpiece on it, so there's some cool stuff in here. Although, I mean, for example, the Samurai, let's see if I can actually find the one it's supposed to be. Oh, never mind, I'll actually use this as an example. For example, the Dragon Slayer, the basic effect for that is deal more damage but take 5% more. That is the exact same for the Berserker armor, which is actually one of the starter armor sets you get in this game, so yeah, pretty much just mostly cosmetic, which I like. So, final thoughts for minimum. Yeah, I really like this game.